The Bay Area's rock station, 107.7 The Bone.
And as promised, your Laughter at 10 After is special today because in the studio with me and performing at the Fillmore tonight, Michael Ian Blakk, who I'm going to say, just because this is what I'm most familiar with you from, is from all the VH1 I Love the 70s, 80s, 90s, 00s, and whatever else that they have been able to put together. I always tell people you're the funny guy, and they know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, totally. But it's not surprising to me that you would know me mostly from VH1. Many people know me mostly from VH1.
You also had a show, Stella, right, on Comedy Central.
Sure.
Have you done the obligatory Comedy Central stand-up special yet?
I did it with Stella. Stella, my stand-up comedy trio, did a special for Comedy Central. Very funny.
But they're not with you tonight at the Fillmore?
Well, Michael Showalter from Stella is with me tonight.
Really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
But not David Wayne from Stella.
He
So
couldn't
two
get
thirds of
in?
Stella. He can get in at a discounted price if he cares to come.
So you're mostly known for dry humor, as opposed to Joe Rock, who's apparently known for his
Unpleasant intrusions.
pratfalls.
What's up, dude? We're doing an interview. Is what's up, dude?
Sorry. My bad.
Joe, did you have something you wanted to say?
I didn't see the light. I'm usually good at noticing that. I'm sorry.
You have since seen the light and are now going with God, right? Thank you, Joe. So where did you, because comedians always seem to come from out of nowhere, but it's never true. Where did you get your
What do you
start?
mean out of nowhere? Where do they come from?
Exactly.
The ninth dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Where I got my start?
Yeah.
I would probably say the MTV show The State, which you may or may not be familiar with.
There's dust in my brain right now, but I do vaguely remember it. It was a long time ago, huh?
Yeah, it was about 10, 12 years ago on MTV.
Because you look really young,
I am
which
young.
I know is an odd
I'm
thing to say
14
on
years
radio.
old. I'm 14.
But so you started with The State, and then have you been doing like the stand-up thing for a long time?
No, I really just started doing stand-up a couple years ago. I've been doing other things and then just decided to get into stand-up very recently, just because I felt like I should. Because it seemed like I've done a lot of comedy. Maybe I should try this part of comedy.
Hey,
Mostly TV until stand-up.
Maybe you could be funny, right?
Right. And as this interview proves, maybe not.
Do you consider yourself an actor or a comedian?
I don't really think of myself as one or the other. You know, I'm like a transsexual. I can go either way. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet, isn't it?
So what kind of stuff are you going to be breaking out at the Fillmore tonight?
Mostly jokes, I think. Probably a lot of jokes about stuff. Some sort of edgy stuff. Maybe some dirty stuff. I don't know.
You're in San Francisco. It's hard to get edgy and dirty. People have kind of... They're a little desensitized
well,
here,
I
don't you
might
think?
talk about elephants raping rhinoceroses.
That might be
See,
a
that's
little
what
edgy.
I'm saying, right? Even for San Francisco, that's a little bit edgy.
There's the edgy horn on the rhinoceros.
Right, that's exactly right.
That's sweet.
So that's one thing I might be talking about.
So when you had to film all of the VH1, I Love the 80s, 70s, et cetera, how did they do that? I mean, did you just sit there in front of a video screen?
This seems to be a source of endless fascination for people about how we shot those. Because if you think about it, all you're seeing is somebody sitting in front of graphics moving around. So if it were me, but of course I'm in show business, so I don't mean to demean lay people like yourself.
I understand.
I would think to myself, well, they're just sitting there and there's a green screen behind the dude and they're just asking him questions. Now, I'm assuming that's kind of what you thought is happening, right?
That's exactly what I thought was happening.
That's what's happening.
It's exactly what's happening.
I mean, what other scenario can you envision?
Studio audience.
But you don't hear the studio audience. They have to have somebody in the studio audience going, shh, 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 don't make a sound. And that would seem to defeat the purpose of the studio audience, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. It's just a camera, a dude, a green screen, and a lot of questions about Cabbage Patch Kids. That's mostly how we do it.
Is it rapid fire questioning and you have to just come up with funny stuff?
No, it's not like the lightning round in a game show. Although it does move kind of fast because they've got like 8 producers and they all want their time with you. And so you get like half an hour to talk about 1987, for example.
Because it was literally like 30 programs, right?
Oh, yeah. We did 2 70s, 2 80s, 1 90s, and we just did one for the millennium, which seems a little premature, but they're running out of material over there at VH1.
Are these things just really cheap to produce? Is that why they keep doing it?
Oh, God, yes. I mean, look at it. I mean, I've just described to you the entire production budget. It's a camera, it's a dude, it's a green screen, and it's C-list celebrities like myself.
So legal clearances is the big budget breaker in that, and everybody else is cheap.
Yeah, I actually think that's correct. Getting the clips and the clearances and all that is probably the most expensive thing.
Sweet. Michael Ian Blakk at the Fillmore tonight in San Francisco. Any famous last words for the Bone audience?
Just I love you.
Aww.
That's one of the most famous words or expressions
Phrases.
in the language.
Things.
In all languages.
I think I can hear them saying that they love you too.
Really?
I think so. Just in a little quiet, tiny voice.
1077 The Bone.
Streaming online at 1077thebone.com.